Your brain is like a supercomputer, but did you know it's actually two computers in one? The left and right hemispheres each have their own unique abilities. These two halves talk to each other through a bridge of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. It's like the Wi-Fi of your brain. But what if we cut this connection? Would your brain become two separate minds? The answer is kinda creepy. In rare cases, doctors actually cut the corpus callosum to help people with severe epilepsy. But the results were mind-blowing. People who had this surgery were still alive and thinking. Brain started acting really weird. Imagine your left hand starts acting on its own, grabbing things, slapping you, or even buttoning up your shirt while your right hand unbuttons it. Without communication between brain halves, the right brain, which controls the left hand, starts making decisions on its own. In some cases, people reported their left hand trying to grab things their right hand rejected, almost like two separate personalities. Unfortunately, no. If your left hand wants to do something, it just does it, without asking your permission. One patient was shown a picture of a key in his left eye and a ring in his right eye. When asked what he saw, he could only say ring, but his left hand pointed to the key. Why? Because language is controlled by the left brain, so the right brain could see the key, but couldn't say it. Imagine you're watching a movie, but suddenly, you can't say any of the characters' names. That's what happens when the right hemisphere loses contact with the left. But guess what? Even if your right brain can't say the word, it can draw the object perfectly. Some scientists believe the right hemisphere is secretly smarter than we think. It just doesn't talk. Here's something really weird. Some split-brain patients believed in two different things at the same time. One patient was asked if he believed in God. His left brain said yes, but his right brain said no by shaking his head. If one half of your brain has different opinions than the other, which one is really you? Some patients could only see objects on one side of their vision, even though their eyes were working perfectly. One patient was shown a picture of himself but didn't recognize it. Why? Because his right brain processes faces, and it was disconnected. Some patients found their left hand moving by itself, as if it had its own mind. One patient tried to button his shirt, but his left hand kept unbuttoning it. When the brain is split, each hemisphere acts like a separate person, sometimes even working against each other. Scientists discovered that the left brain always tries to make up stories to explain things, even if they're wrong. If splitting the brain creates two minds in one body, does that mean our consciousness isn't as unified as we think? If the brain can be divided, then what exactly makes you who you are?